Hi everyone, it's Aunt Fernita. Today's story is called Come to Our House. The memory verse is from Romans chapter 12, verse 13. It says, "Share with God's people who are in need. Practice hospitality." Today's message is I serve God when I am kind to those invited to my home. Think about the last time you had visitors in your home. What did you do to get ready? What did you do to make them feel comfortable? The Bible has many stories about people who invited guests to their home. Meet Priscilla and Aquila. Paul, God's helper, wanted to tell the world about Jesus, so he took a very long trip, known today as Paul's second missionary journey. He had arrived in the city of Corinth to share Jesus with the people there. A lot of people lived and worked in Corinth, an important city. Paul wasn't sure where he would stay or what he would do. Then he met Priscilla and Aquila. The Roman emperor had ordered all Jews to leave Rome, and Aquila was a Jew. Having just recently moved to Corinth, Aquila and Priscilla probably were not finished settling in. But they did not worry how fancy their home was. They invited Paul to visit them anyway. They soon found out that they had more in common than just being Jewish in Corinth. They were tent makers, and so was Paul. Priscilla and Aquila were very hospitable. That means that they liked to invite people home. They liked to make others feel comfortable and visit with them. But they didn't just invite Paul to Sabbath dinner. They invited him to live with them. Paul helped them make tents, and he helped them learn more about Jesus. Paul lived and worked with Aquila and Priscilla for about a year and a half. Priscilla and Aquila learned much about Jesus from Paul. They also kept busy sharing the good news about Jesus, just as Paul had shared with them. Then one day, it was time to move again, to tell other people in other places about Jesus. All three of them sailed to Ephesus. Paul continued his travels, but Priscilla and Aquila set up their new home in Ephesus. Apollos, another Jew, had moved to Ephesus about the same time. An educated man, he knew the scriptures well. He had learned a little bit about Jesus and was sharing what he knew with everyone he met. He even preached about Jesus in the Jewish synagogue. And that's where Priscilla and Aquila heard him. And just as with Paul in Corinth, they invited him home with them. They fed him, made him comfortable, and talked with him about Jesus. Priscilla and Aquila shared Jesus with everyone they met. They made and sold tents so they could buy food and other things they needed. They were good business people. But most of all, Priscilla and Aquila are remembered for their hospitality. They served Jesus and those around them by inviting people to their home. They showed others God's love in a very real, everyday way.